Hi guys, this is Mrs. Milson. All right, we're going to go over the Check You Understand on page 12. Okay, the American Statistical Association sponsors a web-based project that collects data about primary and secondary school students using surveys. We use the site's random sampler to choose 40 U.S. high school students who completed the survey in a recent year. One of the questions asked, would you prefer to be rich, happy, famous, or healthy? You can only select one. Okay, here's the responses from our 40 selected students. Let's make a relative frequency bar graph. Okay, now bar graphs are for categorical data because everybody that answers this question, they're only going to fall into one of the four categories. There's no number to record for their answer. Okay, so in order to make our bar graph, excuse me, we have to tally up how many people answered each of the categories, or how many people selected each of the categories. So I'm going to come over here and just do a little tally. Let's do rich, happy, famous, and healthy. Okay, so rich. Let's count how many riches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's 8 riches. How many happies? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. How many famouses? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then healthy. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like just 4. Okay, now we know our total, I got our numbers here, we know our total was 40, okay, so our sample size, so I'm going to put N as my sample size. Sample size is 40. First thing I'm going to do is calculate these, or add these up and make sure, sorry, I got like a glare. I'm going to move my book to get rid of that glare. First of all, I'm going to just double check, make sure these add up to be 40, okay, so let's see, what's that, 29 and 11 is 40, okay? Just make sure I didn't miss anybody. All right, so in order to do our relative bar graph, I need to figure out the percent. So the 8 students that chose rich, what percentage are they out of the whole 40? So I'm just going to put each of the counts over 40 and figure out what the percentages are, okay? Well, 4 out of 40, I know that's 10%. 7 out of 40, throw that in the calculator, and we get 17.5%. 21 out of 40, I know it's a little over 50. Throw that in the calculator. We get 52.5%. And then 8 out of 40, I should know that because that should be 1/5, right? 20%, okay? So those are the relative frequency. Relative frequencies are percentages. If I was just going to do frequency, I would do the counts, 8, 21, 7, and 4. But relative frequency with percentages gives you a little bit more information. So percentages are always good. Okay, so let's do our bar graph. I'm going to do percentages down the side here. So let's see, 100, 90, 80, 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. So I have percent, so 10, 20. Let's label our graph here. Okay, of course that's 0. And on the bottom, I'm going to have the categories. Okay, I'm gonna, I guess I'll just write out the word. I was gonna abbreviate, but I'll write out the whole word. So rich, happy, famous, and healthy. Okay, so all I gotta do is plot these percentages. Now again, this is a bar graph, it's not a histogram, so the bars do not touch because this order doesn't matter. I could have put healthy first. I could have put it in alphabetical order, famous first, you know, so the order of these don't matter because it's a bar graph. Okay, so rich is 20%. It's going to come up to 20%. Happy is 52.5, around there, I guess. Famous is 17.5, so a little shy of 20. And healthy is 10%. Okay? So that is a relative frequency. Again, relative frequency is just a fancy way of saying percentage. Bar graph. And let's describe what I see. Well, I see a majority. a little over 50% want to be happy, okay? Looks like the least amount of students want to be healthy, because that was the smaller percentage, right? And rich and famous, they look pretty close to each other. They're not exactly the same, but they're pretty close to each other, okay? So that's what I'm reading. Majority of people want to be happy, and a least amount of people want to be healthy, and roughly about the same percent want to be rich or famous. Okay, I hope that was helpful. I'll see you next time.